I wanted to wear a non-brand specific hat, but now I just look like an off-duty FBI agent late to his divorce proceedings. That got dark. Let's dig in. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Blathering Mailbag. I'm Napzok. My listeners ask me a question, and I answer it. Here we go. Today's question is from JMB, or we also know him as Vulcan Nerd. He's got two secret identities, and we love both of them. JMB writes, what did you want to be as a kid when you grew up? Ball player? Working for Lucasfilm? And if you had a different job now, what would you want it to be? Or would it be what you're doing right now, podcasting and comedy, but just at a better tax bracket? Yeah, that seems fair. I'll go first. I wanted to be a pro soccer player growing up, among other things. I want to be a firefighter now. I don't know if I have a greater respect for any other single profession except maybe doctors and nurses. Those guys will literally run into a burning building to save your butt. Yeah, they will, and kudos to them. I wanted to be a firefighter at one point, but not for the heroics, not for putting out the fires, but for being in that truck and pulling that air horn as you go through an intersection. It's the greatest sound in the world. That could have been my life. I love this question because it's not just about what you wanted to do, it's about who you wanted to be. And I think when you go back to the beginning, you can actually discover that you might just be who you wanted to be now. You are who you wanted to be. I'll explain. Yeah, I wanted to be a lot of things in life. I wanted to be a baseball player. I wanted to be the next George Lucas. I wanted to be a film director. I went to school for that. Then I quickly realized being a film director is more than just standing on set and pointing with actors. It required a little bit more detail, a little bit more business acumen, and I went into radio. I did want to be a baseball player. I've talked about that before, and I had a lot of false hope my first year. I started playing Little League a little bit later than everyone else. So my first year, I was 12, and my teammates were 10, and I dominated. I was like the Babe Ruth of the league, a multi-positional star, big hits, won some games. I felt I'd be in the major leagues by the time I was 18. And the next year I played with kids my age, and my baseball career ended in one at-bat. I had 13 that season, didn't get a hit, once got hit in the back of the head, and my baseball dreams essentially were done. And I've talked on this channel before about how failure does not define you, but you can get in your head about that kind of stuff. And I think it relates to this. JMB asked a great question about, hey, what would you do if you weren't doing what you are doing now? Or would it be what you're doing? And it would actually be what I'm doing now. Like, it truthfully would. But I've had a long journey to get to this point. And I've done a lot of things. By the way, this is a conversation that isn't just about what your job title is. It's about who you are in that job. And I have incorrectly defined myself with some of the jobs I've had in the past. You know, I had a good day job for 17 years in another career. It wasn't what I wanted to do, but I made some money. I met some cool people, some very important people in my life, but yet I would still focus on the job as if that was the beginning and end of my identity. And I let it consume me. I let it take me to very dark places. And then a great dream happened. 17 years after starting that day job, I finally got out of it. And I finally got into full-time entertainment work in the digital media space. And you know what? I was shocked to find that that was almost equally as unfulfilling because I was focused on what the job was, what my title was, what I was doing. Not talking about accolades and any kind of notoriety. I'm talking about I woke up and that's who I am. I'm that job. And then when those jobs kind of went away, I was cut adrift. And I still feel sometimes that I'm bobbing along in the water, wondering which direction to swim. And I think that's a little bit, maybe even a lot of it, about what job titles are, about our identity being wrapped up in that. I'm always speaking from an entertainment perspective, an arts perspective, because that's what I wanted to do from a young age. But this might apply to whatever you're doing in your life. You want to search for the why of the job, the why of the career. What did I want to be when I was growing up? Well, the first thing I ever really got to do was when I was about 3. And my dad set up a reel-to-reel tape, grabbed a microphone, and we recorded stories. We would improv stories, do character voices, and it was a lot of fun. In fact, previously on my Patreon page, I actually released a recording of that. So here's a clip of it now.
Who are you?
I'm the fart stranger.
Ah, that's so sweet.
What's your name?
Just adorable.
Bill
kidding.
That's some grade A comedy. So from an early age, I became obsessed with the idea of talking into microphones. I mean, you look what I'm doing now. I became obsessed with being on the radio, and I got to do that. And I'm actually doing that right now. Shout out to Hall of Fame Music Radio in Newcastle, Pennsylvania, Saturdays, noon to 3. Cat Napzok's got your rock and roll oldies dreams covered. But J&B, I love this question because you're forcing me to go back to the beginning of my journey. Like literally, like 3. I don't remember many things, but I do remember that. And it formed me. It gave me a direction of something that I wanted to do. But I think I need to go back and look at what that was. It's not just about being on the radio or having a microphone or being on stage. It is realizing that that is how I like to communicate with the world. That is how I loved and felt safe sharing my perspective with the world. That is how I made people around me feel good. It's entertainment, it's comedy, it's broadcasting, it's hosting, it's radio, it's all those things. But really, that is me reaching out to the community around me and trying to pull people in, trying to talk to people, trying to entertain them, trying to make them laugh. It's not just a microphone. It's my view on the world. So as I sit here now, some 47 years later, and I still sometimes feel as though I don't know what's the best direction forward, and I still don't know what I actually want to be, I think I need to go back to the beginning. I think we all need to go back to the beginning. I was drawn to that microphone and that reel-to-reel to tell stories, to entertain, to make my dad laugh, and definitely make myself laugh.
Hi, Bear. How you feeling?
Again,
Fine.
I mean,
Want some lemon?
hilarious. But really, it was my comfort zone. It was my place in the world. And actually, when I stop and think about that, with what I'm doing now, not just here on the internet, but in my own life, I feel as though I have created good community around me. I felt as though I've gotten better with sharing my perspective. I felt I've gotten stronger in holding to my beliefs. I feel as though I am who I always wanted to be. Everything else, the titles, the bank accounts, the successes, the big wins, the losses, all of that, we'll sort that out in the end. All of that is not me. But way back in the beginning, I was already clued in to who that person was. Now I just got to stay centered and hold on to that. And also do more silly voices on Reel to Reel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope this helped you. Leave a comment, like, hype the video. If you want to ask a question, just become a YouTube channel member, like that bird, or a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/catnapzok. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And yeah, I actually did this entire video with a squirrel next to me, just kind of casually watching. I wish I could have captured it on video because it was pretty damn cute. We'll see you next time.
That's the last things we have to do here.
Wow, how did I get here?
Oh, you maybe took a bus.
A bus in a forest? Gosh, I'm confused. What? Wait a minute.